editing this. That is what's crazy about what information you're giving the computer and what you're actually getting rid of.
Right? But in a way, I'm not getting rid of any of it. Because once it's recorded, it exists, right?
Right. What? It is kind of scary. This is insane. Okay.
Do you believe in the afterlife and afterlife?
I think so. Only it's the other way. You're like, damn it.
For lack of a better thought.
Yeah.
So what is the afterlife to you? Were you raised Christian?
Yes.
Do you still believe in heaven and hell?
No, I don't think it's like how they described it. I don't know. No one ever described it to me like nicely. I remember my sister.
Well, it's supposed to be a threat. They're threats. Behave.
Yeah.
Or you get to be burned forever. It's a pretty hard threat to give a kid.
Yeah, but I remember my sister asked me once, she's like, if you're sitting in like a all white room and there's no windows and no doors, what does that make you feel like? And I was like, I don't know, lonely, like trapped, like what does that make you feel like?
And she's like, that's my heaven.
She's like, that's what heaven feels like. And I was like,
what? For real? I was joking.
Terrifying. She totally did. I was like 7 years old and I was terrified. And for someone to explain
how old was she when that was her thought process?
I was 7. She was 12, 13.
Okay, but still. So how many victims of her serial murders have there been?
Right? How terrifying.
Like that is the scary, like that's like a coroner's office. Like that's what she's describing almost. It's just like a totally sterile environment where you're dead.
Yeah, no, it was super creepy.
God.
Like it was just like, what? Like that's.
So did that turn you off the idea of that kind of stuff a little bit? You're like, oh, if that's. And of course, we take our cues from our siblings pretty hard usually.
Yeah, I feel like then I was like, well, now I don't know what I want to go. Like, that it seemed like that's like the idea of kind of nothingness.
Right.
And. But then, like, I don't know. I always was like thought that it was like you could go somewhere, like if like all the places you want to see in the world, like the ones that you don't get to while you're here, you get to see those places.
I kind of thought of it when I was a kid. I don't think I've ever. Okay, I don't actually get to something new for me on this show. I think when I was a kid, I thought of heaven like. Have you ever seen a surgery gallery? No. Like depicted in a movie or anything? Like you ever watch Grey's Anatomy or something like that where it's like there's the surgery going on down here and there's the like the second story window that they're all looking up through.
Right.
To me, that's kind of what heaven was. It was like a surgery gallery over Earth. And you're
crazy.
like, oh, that's going on. And you could just be like flip through and go to bed or go to wherever and just look down on what anybody was doing.
Yeah.
And in my head, you're physically whatever age you died at.
I think that
heaven.
too.
That's what I made up in my mind with no one.
It does I know, which also makes heaven, because it's like when you're a kid and you're thinking about like an afterlife, like it's just like, oh my God, like you're thinking of your peers, but it's like heaven for the most part is just like a fucking retirement home. And you're like, that sucks.
Well, and according to which religion, varying levels of exclusivity. Yeah. In that retirement home. It's like, you really got to get down with, did you say you were sorry before you got hit by that bus? Sorry, dude.
Gotta say sorry.
You gotta say sorry, bro.
You gotta say sorry.
And to JC. You can't just shout it out. You know what I mean? You have to mean it and you have to say it to JC. It's like, did you not? JC. Those are the rules. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry those are the rules and you didn't say you're sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm saying it to you, letting you know that, hey, you had an opportunity to make this right.
I love that sketch, like, of, like, that would be St. Peter, right? Like, bro, hear me out. And I've been doing this a minute. But you gotta say you're fucking sorry. We wrote it down.
You gotta say you're fucking sorry.
You gotta say you're fucking sorry, and you gotta say it to JC. I know you got hit by the bus, and we don't get to choose,
That's right.
Bro, and that's just how it is. And I know you were like, I know where you were headed. It doesn't count.
I love how douche is. I just
like
have to get all the syllables out. It has to be genuine. I want to hear it.
I didn't write the rules. That's not my fucking job. So don't take this the wrong way. But next.
Next in line. next in line.
I really believed that, too. I believed when I was a kid that you go up to the gate, and if you don't get in, you got dropped Goofy style.
I totally thought that
I thought that was like trap doors in heaven, to me, of course.
Yeah.
A trap door in a cloud. A thing that has no surface has a door in it. That you can't see.
Of course. That makes sense.
Right,
A thing that has no surface has a door in it. Correct. That is correct. That is what you're telling me. Correct.
But then again, I thought there were like invisible windows. So what are you going to do?